What's up, High Performance Nation? So by now you are deep into training with us and kind of got into several styles of workouts. You've done things like rounds for time, like 3 rounds for time. You've done what's called an EMOM, so every minute on the minute. You've done an AMRAP, as many repetitions or rounds as possible, and you've done some not for time work. The next phase of what we're going to talk about is some days you'll come in, very rarely, but some days you'll come in and lift heavy only, just heavy lifting. You see this more in the summertime than you do kind of in the winter and the spring, but some days are just heavy days, and that's on purpose. We are a strength first gym. We like to be strong first, meaning that in all of our movements, I want to have stronger muscles, yeah, and stronger ligaments and tendons. So I'm going to develop that over time because that strength leads to longevity and leads to increased health down the road. Strength does not mean size, right? Strength means strength. That's what we're going for. In the exercise world, there's a huge line between strength building and then hypertrophy, which is increased muscle size. So we are a strength first gym. We want things to get stronger. So we do heavy days. It's not meant to get you super big, it's get you super strong, because we found over the years that stronger muscles, they burn more calories, and the stronger the muscles you have, the better shape you'll be in for the next year, 3, 5, 10 years down the road, without a whole lot of breakdown. If you do all these high repetition things and really like hours and hours of cardio without doing the strengthening first, you'll last for a little while, but you'll break down faster than you will with strong muscles. So our focus is going to be strength first. So on heavy days, if you see that on the website, like it's just back squatting, like a 5 RM back squatting, don't shy away from that. Come in and let your muscles get stronger. Now, what to expect after heavy days, you're going to be sore. If you do it right, you're going to be sore the next day, because to get your muscles stronger, we're going to break it down a little bit. Not to the point where you're going to be unable to walk the next day, but we have to break it down a little bit to build it back up. It's kind of how the body works. And you have to cause a little bit of wear and tear, and then it builds back stronger than it was before. So that's the goal with the heavy days. Come in on those days. They're just as important as those cardio days for new athletes, and also our athletes that have been there for years. Those days, you'll see them come in, and we want everybody to come in to those heavy days. The next concept I want to cover is this notion of training versus testing. All right, I get this a lot with new athletes in the gym, and it's something that we hear quite frequently is, I can't keep up with that person over there. I can't do what they're doing over there. They're going faster than me. And it's just like this mental block they have that the gym is moving and in fast motion, like fast forward, and they're in slow motion. That's okay, guys. We are a relative intensity gym as well. Let the coaching staff coach you guys and adjust the workout so that you get the same relative intensity that somebody that's been here for 3, 4, 5 years will get as well. They might do more rounds. They might go heavier with the weight, but they've earned that through slow progression over time. You might do less rounds. You might do lighter weight, but it's just as difficult for you there as it is for them up here. And over time, what'll happen is you'll start to catch as your body kind of gets better and it adapts. We talked about those 3 ways of adaptation in an earlier video. As you start to get the adaptation, you'll catch up pretty quickly. Now, getting into the training versus testing. Most days, I would say 90 to 95% of our days in the gym are meant for you to train. All right? Not caring about what your score is. I want you to get the stimulus that is intended. If we say strength is the focus, do you get stronger? If we say the intermediate energy pathway is the focus, like a sprint, do you sprint? If we say it's that intermediate window, that glycolysis window, does it burn? Is every part of your body just burning type thing? Or is it a cardio day? Is it an aerobic style day? Do you get the benefit? It is a put your nose down and go to work 90 to 95% of the time you're in the gym. Not caring about what's around you, not really caring about the transition from station to station, not really caring about your score. We want you to put forth your best effort. A good example of this is yesterday in the gym, we deadlifted. And I'm just going to use myself as an example. My best all-time deadlift is 435 pound deadlift, and that's for a 2. I can do that for 2. I could years ago, not now. Yesterday we deadlifted, and we're working on a heavy 3, and I worked up to 335, and my body told me to stop. My body said, that's enough. If you put 5 more pounds on the bar, I don't think you can hold it for today. So I stopped. 100 or 90 pounds under what my 2 was, I stopped then. And it was okay. I'm okay with that. All right, it's a training day. After that, I asked myself the question, did I do my best on that day? The answer was yes. I did my best. My body told me to shut it down at 335, so I did. I stopped. I listened to my body, but I did my best. I didn't hold back. I did it with good form, but at that point, I was like, okay. Then the workout started. So we did the workout. It doesn't matter. It was deadlifting in there and some wall balls and stuff like that. And I worked on moving at a pace that I could control the entire time. It was an aerobic style workout. It's like a 14-minute workout. I moved through the stations as I could. I did my best at each station. I tried to just go at a steady pace the whole time, the focus for the workout. And in that workout, I forgot to count the rounds. I lost count. And it didn't matter because it was a training day. All right. I'm not worried about counting repetitions for like the score, if you will, on training days. It doesn't matter. You look back after the workout's over and you're like, man, I did my best. And I got totally lost in the workout and I forgot what my score was. That's okay. If you keep score, fantastic. It's something for you to track as your own athlete. I'm writing it down in my little journal, putting it in Zen Planner. Hey, this is what I did today. So if that workout comes up again, I can track my fitness. That's good for just tracking purposes. But I want you guys to do your best every single day. And that's going to change based off of your life outside the gym. And that's okay. That's okay. I want you guys to train most of the time and push yourself. Training is where we can do things outside of our comfort zone. Training, believe it or not, is where you fail. All right? I want you to fail in training so that when the test comes or when life happens, you don't fail. Now, some days we're going to put pressure on you. Some days we're going to do what's called benchmark workouts. This is a testing day. This is our opportunity to see how far your fitness has come in regular intervals. So at least twice a month. All right, so there's, let's just say 30 days in the month. We take 4 off for Sundays. So you have 26 opportunities to train in the gym. And at least 2 of those opportunities will be a testing day. And we'll let you know ahead of time, hey guys, this is a testing day. I want you to either establish a new baseline or I want you to compare your score to a previous benchmark score. You usually see these with like the girl named workouts or the guy named workouts. They have quotations around them because anywhere around the world, it's the same workout. We have probably did one last week, one's coming up next week type thing. But these days, it matters what your score is, but the score is only relative to you. All right, it's not a comparison to other people. It's fun to compare to other people and like have a buddy that you can kind of bounce back and forth with, but it's not the most important thing. All right, that just pushes you. That just pulls you along, but the score is in relation to you. Most days it's just train. Get that second wave adaptation, that Is the movement doing what it's supposed to do? But other days it's test. Like when we say go to a 1, 3, or 5 rep max, we're trying to push you to better yourself. And those days will kind of let you know when that is. If it says like just a heavy 3, it's relative. It doesn't matter what your rep max is. I want you to go until your body says, okay, that's enough. Like yesterday for me with a deadlift, it wasn't a 3 rep max. It wasn't push yourself to the limit. It was go to heavy and then shut it down. And that's exactly what I did because I was training yesterday. I wasn't testing, I was training. Tests, I want to put pressure on them a little bit because I want to see what your body's made of, and I want to see like where you shine and where you kind of fumble a little bit. But training is the majority of our days. All right, so big difference there with those two concepts. And make sure if you don't know if it's a training day or a testing day, ask the coach because we'll be glad to tell you guys. All right, see you later.